Come on. Give me another apple.
Bell.
Fuck.
Bell.
Fuck.
Fruit piece.
All right, which one of you is the fruit?
God damn it. I got to take
No.
another sock off.
You got to get all three of them. It doesn't matter which one's which. You just got to get three that are all the same.
Well, we're going to be here all day.
On each of our screens, though, right?
No, you got to get it just on your screen.
We got to get 9 across? All 3 of these?
What?
No, if I get an orange and Kron gets an orange and you get an orange, that's 3. Who's ever orange? Shirt off, baby.
I don't have oranges. This is Big Game Hunter slot machine.
What do you got?
So I got a do, re, mi.
He's just moving the rifle up and down. It's not even on a slot. Dude.
Yeah, but if I pull the trigger, that's a times 10.
What? Shoot that. Get it. Get him. He just ran off.
You didn't even aim at him, dude.
It didn't run off. It did a circle. That's how slot machines work. This is
12-pointer.
Grab it with your hand next
Dan's
time.
depth. Your depth perception is fucked. All right.
You got a knife over there?
Okay, so we're each playing a slot machine. If we get a jackpot or 3 across, that's when we take our clothes off.
No, that nobody would get naked then.
Why are you trying to get me naked, though?
That's the game, dude.
The point of strip poker is to get your clothes off the fastest.
Well, this is strip slots. No one's playing poker.
Whatever, you know what I mean.
I mean, when we came in here and we started taking our clothes off, people left this arcade. So
It's fucking hot in here.
we could play poker if we wanted.
Kron, I don't think you can smoke in here.
Yes, you can. You can smoke in here.
All right.
Who's going to complain? You little asshole?
Maybe I will.
I'm going to put my cigarette out on your bare chest.
Maybe.
Why?
Because
this
you're
place
being
have
a
a-
piece of shit, dude.
Subway sandwich attached? This truck stop?
Duh.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was hoping for a Quiznos. It's been a
Here
while.
I go. Ready?
Okay. So Dan, if he gets a jackpot, I take my clothes off.
Yeah.
King.
What
work.
about you?
King.
And you too?
Joker, fuck.
Wait, so you are playing poker?
No, it's just cards on here. There's a cherry, some cards. There's a
So it's poker slots.
Yeah.
There's
It's
a
poker slots.
swordfish.
Okay. So would he get a jackpot? Or can he get like a flush? Can he get a straight? How does that work?
I don't know. Take your shirt off.
And that's not to be close-minded, Dan. Like, you don't have to be straight.
Here comes that cigarette, you little asshole.
Ow! God damn it, dude.
Kron, quit burning fucking... Please pull your lever. What do you got?
All right, here we go.
I hope you lose.
Oh, his is a hammer. He's got a fucking circus theme.
Clown. Elephant. Bearded lady.
Oh, that's right. It's kind of hot.
It feels aimed.
Oh, I would love to get 3 of the bearded ladies, dude.
That's a $52 payout. Oh, shit.
All right, which one of you wants my diaper?
You didn't get 3 matches. You don't take it off, dude. Leave it on.
I already undid the flaps.
Okay, how much money are we out total? Because this sucks, and I want to move on.
Yeah, like $20.
Yeah, that's not worth it.
Oh, I was doing $20 a spin.
Oh, fucking idiot. Okay.
He only had
Already spending that fucking 8 hands cash, huh?
Down 800.
We don't even have it yet.
He's good. We'll get it. It'll be
Yeah, we
fine.
gotta get these fucking stupid ass shoes. We could just take our clothes off in the cab. I know that I appreciate like you wanted to add a game element to it. I get it.
I'm going to smoke in the cab.
Oh, shit. I think they're putting hot dogs on the rolly thing again.
Oh, let's grab a dog, dude.
Okay. Well, you guys grab a dog. I'm gonna.
Don't
use
worry,
this.
Bones will get you a hot apple.
I'm gonna shoot this last buck here. Let me pull this.
Jesus, he's being electrocuted.
Oh, Bones is wired in, dude. Let's fucking season up.
You're gonna sue the shit out of these people. Hey! Hey! Push him over. Push him over, Kron.
All right. Pick up this baseball bat and hit him.
Swing away. All right.
Oh, man, he busted in his pants.
Happens every time.
It's fucking gross.
I'm gonna drag his bitch ass out of here.
Oh, that was fucking incredible.
What'd you see?
Bearded lady.
Give me that dream.
Oh, you incepted me.
Nice.
It was incredible.
All right, Dean, haul his ass out to the fucking cab. I'm going to grab some hot dogs and a hot apple and a pack of smokes. Because this week on 5-Day Rentals, we're watching Game of Pleasure. All right, welcome back, everybody, to the 5-Day Rentals podcast. This is the only podcast currently on the run. Each week, we take turns picking a flick that we think meets a fun, non-genre specific category. This round's category is Double the Ass and Cut the Runtime, courtesy of Laundry Dan. Previously, we watched Double Threat. I am Kron Howard. I will be your host this week, and I have brought us Game of Pleasure from the year 1998, directed by Dale E. France. I can't cover this movie alone, though. I'm joined, as always, by a couple guys who, your ball sacks are hanging out. It's Bones and Laundry Dan. Say hey.
Yo, I'm going to let my giant cock shadow speak for me the rest of the episode.
Thank God I shaved. Just for this.
Guys,
that was a clean looking scrotum.
Mm-hmm. Smooth.
Yeah.
mean,
I think it might be the cleanest scrotum in 5-Day Rental history.
You gotta get movie ready.
Have we had any other scrotums?
Nice try. I'm not going to sit here and go through my ball Rolodex.
Hollow Man?
I'm not going to scroll through the scrotums.
You can't see your scrot, though. That's
in
the
my
whole point,
mind
dude.
palace.
Castle Freak?
Well,
We've had some balls in there.
I mean,
Hey, Chris, since you're not laughing at my jokes, I guess you can make a ball list for us, please. Thank you. Love you.
bowling
think
ball,
the
tennis
Freak-
ball,
Freak
basketball.
doesn't have a scrotum.
I thought Freak
Pinball.
didn't have a dick.
He doesn't have a
I-
dick.
Has he got balls?
I thought he did.
He's got to have some balls, right?
Quit pretending, Kron.
All right, we'll watch it again for the next category. We'll get to the bottom of it.
The bottom of those balls.
Guys, it's Game of Pleasure. Dan said double the ass, cut the runtime. I said, hey buddy, I got you covered. This one's coming in at a whopping 63 minutes.
This is the most you've ever stuck to a category's criteria ever.
I think, go back through all the episodes, Kron always sticks to the categories, dude.
Sometimes Kron doesn't even know what his own category is.
That's true.
But I stuck to it.
the bit of not understanding.
What category did I not understand?
Ancient times.
Pinocchio is ancient, dude. He's a puppet from long ago.
Mm-hmm.
We're not arguing the movie. We're arguing the category.
It was a freebie.
Okay. 63 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
This is 36 minutes of fucking.
5 minutes of
Let's say 30
titles.
minutes of fucking. There's an additional 8 minutes of credits.
Where the fuck did you find this?
I found this. All right, so the company Vinegar Syndrome, they have partner labels, and one of them is called VHS Hitfest. That's the company that released this.
VH Shitfest.
Shit or hit?
It's VHS Hitfest, but I think they want you to possibly read it as VH Shitfest.
That's what I read it as.
Little stinkers.
This thing popped up for sale one day with all their other new releases, and I was flipping through, and I read the blurb, and it said like a fun mix of erotica and the Lawnmower Man.
Is this a physical catalog that you're flipping through?
Yeah, I get the mailer every month. Go through the new titles.
You take it out back with your pipe.
Mm-hmm. Go to the outhouse.
Maybe that's what you. No, never mind.
Go to the outhouse, have a smoke, read my magazine. But no, I mean, I kind of got sold on description alone. You're telling me there's a 1 hour shot on video erotic version of the Lawnmower Man? Say less. Here's my fucking card.
Wow. Yeah.
What perked your interest more there? Lawnmower Man or erotica?
I think it was the combination of the two. I thought I'm interested to see what that's all about.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, if I read in a periodical that this is a fun mix of Last Action Hero meets your favorite lesbian group fuck sessions, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Last Action Hero, like, you know,
Yeah, like
our lead lady's Irish.
Mm-hmm.
She fucking fills up that red shirt.
Nothing on under the kilt.
Oh, hell no.
a
There's a Scottish
windy
chick
day.
too.
Yeah. They're not that far apart, so. It's a play on Braveheart.
Mm-hmm.
She's the guy that comes down and.
She's a guy?
Well, in Braveheart, it's a guy that shows up and he's like, I'm Scottish and I'm going to fucking join up with you guys.
No, he was Scottish. It was the guy.
Oh, yeah,
from
I'm
Ireland.
Irish. I'm going to fucking join up with you guys.
We know what
Back on my
version,
island. Your island? Yeah, it's mine.
We know what version Kron watched.
I turn it off after the prima nocta scene, dude.
Braveheart on.
Everybody had two swords. It was weird.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Dan, that's how we got to this movie. I bought it. I had kind of watched it, but not that much. And then I watched it preparing for this, and I was like, I think we just found Kron's pick for the category.
Incredible that this all leads back to Dan picking cat people and you being upset on a category.
And I give you a retort, and this is what he comes up with.
Yeah.
Does this not meet the criteria?
I didn't say that. I just said Kron. You followed the criteria more than you ever have.
100% agree. Anything that I say is a slight against this movie. It's no slight against Kron and his selection.
It's perfect.
It's perfect. It has
Selection.
spoiled the finality of the category, because there's no way I can live up to this, and I dare not try to repeat this a second week in a row. This was a miserable experience.
You are having a terrible category, Bones.
Yeah, this is no dig on any Plex situation, But when a movie is 63 minutes, it's that thing, when you watch an ad or you're watching something on your phone and it's got a shit ton of ads and the video is buffering, but the ads are pristine. That was my issue. It was like, as much as I want to see ass, this thing just kept slowing down and pausing like on a dude's butt on like a really shitty, out of focus
Dragon.
Oh, the fucking dragon. What even is this fucking thing, dude? Is this shot over 5 years? Is this is this parts of an art film? Like this entire like stalking first person thing?
Do you want to know what it feels like to me?
Okay.
Yeah.
This movie feels like these guys got a loan to make a movie and they were like, "Oh, we're just going to hire like B-level chicks that take their boobs out and film sex scenes with them. Like that's all we're interested in." And then someone called them and was like, "Hey, if you don't deliver a movie, you got to pay the money back." And they were like, "Yeah, no problem." And they hung up the phone and they went, "Oh shit." And they like rushed to an editing bay and slapped together 60 minutes of nothing and turned it in.
Yeah. This is labeled as 98.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There is fashion choices. There is shit that makes you think that this is 92. And and given, what is this, Philadelphia? Is this like Pennsylvania somewhere?
Do they ever say?
I don't know, because the roommate and the girlfriend got that water, like.
I mean, we start in New York City. We go into one of the Twin Towers, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think it's taking place there. Yeah, I can see that. Definitely east, yeah.
Oh, this is East Coast. This makes me think like these guys through the grapevine heard that Kevin Smith made Clerks for $30,000 in credit card debt, and they were like, "Fuck, we could do that, and we could probably like fuck some chicks."
Mm-hmm.
So I think they just shot a bunch of stuff fucking around with these ladies and then pieced it together. Because all the stuff in that office building with the fucking gangster dude that's that's a VR game corporate head does not match the black and white decision to like choke out a dude in a station wagon that's parked at a 45-degree angle on some back road.
Just ask for the disc back.
No evidence, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know why you hated this movie, Bones.
It's a bad movie.
It's an hour.
Okay.
It's nothing.
Let me ask you this. I've watched this and I've watched Mega Ape. Which would you rather watch?
You guys can me or Bones.
Both of you.
I mean, this, hands down.
Yeah. You're getting a bunch of titty. This also, like, we discussed this in Mega Ape. They kind of know what they're doing. This is sort of a mess. Like, what they think is funny not because it's genuinely funny. It's funny because of how bad it is. Right? Does that make sense?
I mean, I don't.
That's a tough fucking choice.
Like the intention of the joke, like the scene is intentionally funny, but it's not funny, and it's so not funny that it comes back around to being funny, right?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like, you can't purposely make a good bad movie,
Mm-hmm.
and Mega Ape is trying to make a bad movie. Like, it's self-aware. It's just pumping out content. This, it's like it can't make its mind up. Like, oh, this would be kind of funny. And then it's like, oh, but actually we're going to have like a serious thing about him, like daydreaming and shit all the time.
Mm-hmm. Dan, did you also find this to be a miserable viewing experience?
I wouldn't say miserable. I thought there was some fun stuff here. So I didn't. I'll say this. I'd rather watch this over Mega Ape. So
Yeah.
Fair.
I would rather
wouldn't say
have
miserable.
diarrhea than vomit.
Well, we got both Mega Ape and Game
Yeah.
of Pleasure.
Mega Ape is vomit. This is diarrhea. At least I get to sit down.
I mean, we're all one of those things. Diarrhea, vomit. I mean, what would Kron be?
Like a pus situation.
Like a STI.
Yeah, sure.
Like a pussy, like zipper pussy from Crimes of the Future.
Okay.
Yeah, he likes that too much. You can't. No. He took joy in that.
Unzip it, dude.
Yeah. Once you said zipper and pussy, he was like, same bad.
I mean,
Kron's like acne that hurts.
Can we say zipper anymore? I'm sorry.
no, I don't think you can do that.
The sweats. Somebody's the sweats.
It's metallic toothed pussy to you. The viewing did make me curious, like how this
Zinc-plated
got
integrated mechanism. What?
how this thing got made. And luckily, there is an 1.5 hour long feature on the disc that is a
Okay.
making of.
I could not find jack fucking shit on this. So I was, and when I looked at Vinegar Syndrome, I seen that there was commentary and shit. And I was like, hopefully Kron was smart enough to watch that. Did you?
So I didn't have time to do the commentary.
It's 63 minutes, dude.
Okay,
what
I
the
watched-
fuck?
I watched the 1.5 hour long making of, and let me tell you this,
It's 40 minutes of fucking.
it's only fucking.
Okay, because as I scrubbed and got 40 minutes, I was like, if there's more, I don't know, but it's at least 40. It's all the behind the scenes of the sex.
Yeah.
And
it's weird. It's the director being like, move your hands up. Oh, yeah, that looks good.
Yeah.
Like, he's
That's-
peeing.
that's what this is, right?
Yeah.
This
That's
is-
why they made this.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm missing on Plex?
I put the feature on there.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, you're missing out, dude.
Okay.
You're
I
not
put the
missing out.
feature.
You're not
I
missing
put-
out.
On this special feature, you did not miss out. It is an 1.5 hour of a man leering at women.
Is the
Got it.
director the main star?
No.
Okay.
I don't think the
surprising.
director is ever on camera.
Well, hell, after all that, he probably shouldn't be.
Yeah. He had priors and shit, so. Guys, Game of Pleasure has a calculated letterboxd average of 2.81 based on 188 times logged.
What a fantastic run we're on here.
Why don't you look deep into your shaved scrotums and rate my letterboxd?
Kron, I'm giving you a 2.
This is a tough one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna join Bones there and do a 2.0. Who the fuck is winning this season?
Currently, the scores as of Double Threat for Rate My Letterboxd. Kron has a 2. I am doing terrible this season. Dan, you have a 3.5. Bones, you have a 4.5.
All right.
Gentlemen, this is Game of Pleasure from the year 1998, directed by Dale E. France. His only directorial effort.
He got what he needed.
He got all the footage, dude. He said, I get to keep the dailies. That's my payment.
De Palma will figure out how to write a 2-hour movie, which will feature 5 minutes of his kink. Quentin Tarantino will put a 10-second shot of his kink in a movie. This guy, 87% of this fucking thing.
All right, guys, we start on a flashing screen and the following quote.
They gotta be hookers, right? Like,
These ladies?
he just hired some hookers.
Well, wasn't one of them from, like, Sedaris stuff and shit?
Yeah, there's one that makes the rounds on, like, the fucking convention circuit.
It's the demon lady, right?
Yeah.
The VR. Okay.
All right,
Continue,
guys,
Kron.
we start with a quote. VR can make the artificial as realistic as and even more realistic than the real. Nicholas Negroponte from Being Digital.
Is that real?
It's
The
more than
quote?
real.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, VR can make...
No, is this a real person?
I would guess so. I mean, I didn't look into it.
Damn it, Kron.
You do the research. You could
You
have
really-
Googled Nicholas Negroponte.
You're really fucking up our chat GP summary.
We cut to some fuzzy close-ups of people having sex. Start panning through this empty house. We eventually see a lady sitting in front of a flashing computer screen. We get some incredible, crazy early digital effects of like a green woman falling into a whirlpool.
Who is this?
It's just the
One of
chick
the testers.
one of the beta testers.
Okay. So it's another lady that is playing the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
We get some light shooting out of this lady's eyes.
Which looks cool.
Well, I'm glad you think that because Dale E. France also thought so because he put it in the movie like 8 times.
I think it looks good.
It's the best effect they have.
Yeah, I don't know, there's boobies all over this thing.
Well, that's not an effect.
That's
It has an effect on me.
those are practical props, dude.
Uh-huh. We see this virtual shot of some mountains and then a dragon flies by.
Bones, what were you thinking at that moment?
I was thinking,
I hope the rest of the movie's like this.
I genuinely was. I thought, okay, maybe this thing starts with the sex. Maybe there'll be like another crazy sex scene later. And maybe the fun in this, because Kron had hinted at some stuff, I was like, maybe the fun of this will be how bad the VR will be in this world. Like, I was in. I was taking notes. Like, for the first time in a long time, I was like, all right, I'm in.
What does that mean? The first time in a long time you were in? When was the last movie you were in on?
I mean, let's see here. Which was the last? I mean, I'll write stuff down like occasionally, like in Silent Thunder. I've got like, I for sure want to remember that, or I'm going to build a bit around it. But it's 4 sentences. Like this, I was sitting up like, okay, this is fucking awful. This is great. Like fun awful, you know?
Dan, what were you thinking at this moment of the film?
These guys they're set out to make a movie and they're going to get it done.
It's pretty confident. Like that's optimistic.
Whatever they got to do, they're going to get it done.
Listen, it's pretty impressive in 1998 that they found a way to hook a computer up to a VCR. I don't know what they did to like capture the footage.
Record a computer screen.
It took some doing though. That's all I'm saying. Somebody had to animate that dragon.
They didn't. I'm pretty sure that's some sort of free program through somebody's college.
Probably took a whole room of computers to generate that in 1998, dude.
Yeah.
After Poison Ivy 2, the girl who made the artwork on her computer, she made this for them.
Mm-hmm. And she did a great job. All right, guys, we cut back to that lady. I guess she's in VR now. She's in the woods. She's being chased by some creature. It eventually catches her. We do get a great little insert of like an orange clay man fucking punching at her.
This VR technology is so good, it does not require any sort of headset. You simply need to sit in front of your family computer.
Mm-hmm.
Your Hewlett Packard.
And
it just flashes white and black screen at your face so much.
Mind you, Lawnmower Man has been out for a while. There's an established, there's mechanics for virtual reality.
What year was Spawn? Because this looks like the same level of hell as Spawn did.
Hey, you can rip on Spawn all you want. I think it was like 97, maybe. I mean, that's a big studio movie with awful CG.
Mm-hmm.
This is, you expect that fucking CG dragon to start singing about Jesus. Like, this is like bad Christian informational, like 90s CG.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this didn't create dragons.
Well, hello.
Is your God an awesome God? Because mine is.
I just got done talking to the Corinthians.
Did you feel sad today? You know what makes me no longer be sad? The thought of a ripped Jesus being slowly tortured, suffocated, stabbed over the course of 3 holy days.
This isn't about bunnies.
All right, guys, we cut back.
Me and my friends, we drink from the cup of Christ.
Of Christ.
Me and my friends, we bask in his holy light.
Light.
When Jesus comes to town, my knees I get down and I wait for the cup to fill.
Clasp those hands and pray.
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 Hey, Archie, are you out here flying today?
Flying and praying.
Well, Willie, you seem happy today. Of course. I'm filled with Christ. Whoa.
All right, guys, we cut back to this lady in VR.
You could have stopped me at any time.
I tried to
Well,
earlier.
it
and
feels so
fucking
good.
rolled right through it.
Sorry.
All right, this lady gets punched by this big orange golem thing and fucking clocks her out. We cut back to her in front of her computer, and guys, her nose starts bleeding.
Shit.
We cut to the opening credits. These last 3 minutes and 42 seconds.
Shit.
I know because I timed them.
They will make you sick.
Mm-hmm. It's just like a blurry, like a wavy TV kind of screen with shit on it.
Make you sick like a cold Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Here's some notable credits.
Into thinking you should finish this movie.
Here's some notable credits that I wrote down since I had enough time to do it as they scrolled by. You got Jennifer Huss as Demon Vixen. Special mechanical effects by Ruth Pongstafone.
What mechanical effects were in this?
I
don't know.
The
Maybe
fake
that
boner?
the tongue that licks that lady's face at the end.
Maybe.
Music arranged by The Vault.
I've seen that too.
Construction foreman Dwayne France.
Yeah, I know that guy.
Family effort, maybe? I don't know. Weapons expert Bobby Raber.
What? There was like one gun.
There's 2 guns. And Bobby is the kind of guy that has 2 guns. Chief camera operator James Taylor.
You think when that Rust situation came out, he was like, that didn't happen on my movie.
Mm-mm. I took all my bullets out of the guns before I handed them over.
Should have gave me that job.
I could verify a revolver is empty. We kind of rolled over it. Chief camera operator James Taylor.
Yeah,
Lighting
he's not
director
touring.
Lighting director D. Eduardo.
How do you spell that?
Deduardo.
His name is just D?
First name D.
Just the letter D.
Yeah.
All right.
Didn't even have a period next to it. And written by Gabrielle Crow with 2 W's. All right, guys, we cut over to a couple guys in suits. One guy says, "We've had another incident." He hands the first guy a file, and the first guy reads, "Severe brain hemorrhage caused by retinal alterations via brain wave pattern." I know he reads that because I see his finger touch every word.
The prop department went a little chaotic with aging this report.
Why is that?
It's just like the paperwork feels like, oh, hey, we need to make this seem like it's been, passed through all these departments.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them accidentally left it in their convertible when it rained. Like, it is... I don't know. It's just be on the lookout for it.
I'm not going to lie. These guys all look like they would be, maybe chatting on a app that they probably shouldn't be passing information on. But,
nothing classified. Guys. What are you worried about?
It's kind of look like those guys,
Mm-hmm.
I guess it is weird that these guys they're like the #1 software development company, and they're doing all their like record keeping on manual paper.
Well, they know how fucking faulty their system is.
Yeah.
Well,
paper can be shredded.
We do know that they're only in business for another 3 years, so.
First guy yells out, "What have you done to my game?" Second guy says it must be the programmer. He caused some kind of contamination, a virus. Legal is looking into the ramifications of his actions. First guy says, well, hell, how many have been released? Other guy says, only the beta samples so far. First guy says, I'll take it from here. We see him pick up the phone. A black glove answers on the other end. This guy says, we've got a big problem. It needs to be corrected. Be on the first flight here.
Just sitting around at home with my gloves on.
Well, he's top level assassin, dude.
Yeah. Oh, maybe, like when the ladies wear the gloves and the lotion at night. Maybe they want their trigger finger to be just as smooth as possible.
Is this a Giallo movie?
It's meeting some of the requirements, right?
Yeah. Stop trying to make this better, Kron. You're not. Nice try.
All right, guys, we cut over to this dipshit in bed. He's tossing and turning. His topless girlfriend is next to him. She can't fucking believe it.
This dude looks like John Ralphio.
He looks like a young Neil Breen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go there too.
You think this is where Neil got the bug?
And compared to this, Neil has perfected storytelling.
Come on. This isn't that much
The man
worse
understands
than the Neil
fucking
Breen movie.
Don't give off your fucking summary at the end of the show. Shit, dude.
Oh, it be short and sweet, dude.
Guys, we cut into this guy's dream. It's black and white, and I think you know how dreams work.
It's Chrome, Kron?
It's where the same footage plays on top of itself, just a few seconds delayed. That's how all of our dreams work.
This was kind of the sexiest thing in here, I think.
This is the set of scenes that made me feel sick to my stomach
100%.
as I watched them.
Yeah. The shower sequence with the hands, the fucking Doctor Strange warping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, at least it's a romantic dream. It starts with, drinking box wine out in a cornfield.
I don't know if that's a cornfield.
Like
There's some
wheat.
harsh-looking vegetation.
What's the most romantic field?
Lavender.
Strawberry field.
That's pretty good.
Strawberry's too sticky, dude.
Yeah.
Lavender. Yeah,
Roll
lavender.
around this. Yeah.
I like lavender.
Put you both to sleep.
A field of fire.
Field of Dreams.
Nah,
Yes.
Baseball does not turn women on.
If you play with it, I will come.
Yep. All right, we are in some sort of vineyard field. These two are drinking wine together on a single table. This guy's pouring the glasses too up to the fucking brim.
Hell yeah, dude.
He's trying to get this chick drunk, dude.
Well, they want to maintain continuity in their footage. So.
You don't pour that much for your lady?
I poured to the halfway point. Aren't you supposed to you're not supposed to go up to the You're not supposed to.
I think it
Hey,
depends on
trying
what
to
you're
have a
trying to
shitty evening?
accomplish that night. Yeah.
No, you can still do the whole bottle, but you just fucking
So you're in smaller amounts guy.
well, I just don't want to look like a wino that's fucking
Don't worry.
we're-
You don't look like a wino. That's fucked.
We're already ripping through a Boda box at an unbelievable clip. I mean,
We're ripping through that Boda box
Yeah.
like it was April of 2020.
As far as I'm concerned, just any amount in a glass is classier compared to the juice box method that I prefer.
Mm-hmm.
Why dirty a glass?
Yeah, just hold the Boda box over your head.
Mm-hmm.
Hit that spigot.
I remember when I worked at that, one of my high school jobs was washing dishes at a nightclub. And I would periodically help out with like big functions. And I remember we had this big, nice function, and they ran out of the bottles of wine that they were serving. So they opened up the cooler and we pulled out basically a pallet of box wine. And I sat there for like 45 minutes cutting these things open and squeezing the bag into carafes. So they
So
could
it looked
just take,
classy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say nightclub.
It was a nightclub 2 nights a week.
I guess.
What was it the other night?
It was a function space.
All right, is it church on Sundays? It was a
Sexual harassment training during the week.
Yes,
soup.
It was a
soup kitchen Monday through Wednesday.
municipal building that had the capacity to serve as a nightclub, and it may or may not have hosted some of our proms.
Some of our top military leaders.
So when I went stag to my prom, you better believe I went in the back and knew where some of the stuff was. It was pretty cool.
Smoke cigarettes till the day I die.
All right, guys, in this dream, we eventually get to this chick in the shower.
We're still in this fucking dream.
She invites our guy, his name is Mike, into the shower with her. They start making love.
No, they don't.
They do, in the dream. Yeah, he starts banging her
No.
in the shower.
He does not.
Yes, he does.
No, he wakes up, she disappears, and he's sitting. We see ass. That's it.
Well, that's at the end of it. He walks into the
Bone's
shower.
seen a lot of that.
I think what? I think Kron's referring to like they're like you get the warped hands on the back and stuff.
Okay,
That they're
okay.
that it they're implying that there's fucking in the shower.
Yeah.
I think this is a wet dream.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a dream.
You
All
guys
right,
have wet dreams? Moving on.
Dude, I'm busting on a regular basis these days.
It was an earth-shattering question.
All right, our dream guy finally wakes up.
No, speaking of showers, I think my wife is taking one, and I can hear the water draining in the basement. I was like, "What the fuck is trickling?" So let's speed this up.
Well, I mean, you did
You
just
try to make it
derail
up there
us
a break.
to tell us about the water coming through your...
Well, I was
pipes.
trying to explain why, because when I put my headphones back on, it sounded like you thought I was avoiding the question.
Well, do you have wet dreams?
Oh, I make water all the time, dude.
All right, our dream guy wakes up. His girlfriend is pissed. She's like, "You were dreaming again. Fuck you." You decide to have...
This lady sucks.
She says, "You decide to have dreams? I'm a real woman. I'm flesh and blood. I'm right here." They argue some more, and she says, "You know how you fantasizing about other women makes me feel?" And Mike, he says, "Come on, Steph. You know you're a babe."
She is a babe.
Mm-hmm.
She's got
I don't know what he's
tight
doing
body,
here.
tight belly. Wearing that Team USA pajama getup.
Mm-hmm.
Think she's a pole vaulter?
She's almost through nursing school. I don't know.
Dental hygienist. Don't shoot too
Yeah.
high.
All right. In 2 years, she's going to get mad because he still doesn't have a job.
All you want to do is lay around and make water in your pants. I can't really do a Philly accent. Water's about as...
Water.
There's no money in hacking anymore.
Don't you know I'm cooler than you? You're the one who makes all the jobs. Yeah, it's so close to Chicago.
All right, Mike says I wasn't fantasizing. Steph says, oh yeah? Why are you rock fucking hard then? Don't tell me you were thinking about hacking some computer.
Baby, all I'm thinking about is you. And there you go.
Sometimes you just gotta pee, and it's the body's mechanism of letting you know.
Yeah, it's every morning. I'm still getting piss boners every day, dude.
And it also keeps you from rolling out of the bed.
Mm-hmm. It's a little kick stop.
Every morning there's a boner hanging from between my two legs.
This is a weird part. Mike says, I was thinking about Veronica. And Steph says, she's like, I'm sorry. She was my best friend too.
Was that Veronica that we seen in the shower?
I guess. And I guess it's some friend of theirs that died.
Is she the one that died in the VR thing in the beginning? Which is also what... That seemed like a way to connect it, you know?
She doesn't look like the lady in the shower, though.
Agreed. This guy really got a lot of actresses.
Movie should have been 30 minutes longer, and we probably would have figured all this out.
This is the most detailed review of this movie that will ever happen.
Yeah. I get the feeling they blew their budget on that dragon.
Mike's buddy Eddie shows up. Mike says, sorry, I gotta go. I'll swing by your work when we're done.
The sparkles in the dream.
We cut over to some suit goons. They're arriving at a house. They sneak into this guy's place. This is the programmer. This guy puts a gun up to his own head, and he's like, I gave them everything they wanted. I fucking did it. Then he shoots himself.
Who do you think you are? I'm dead.
Mm-hmm. Cut over to Mike and Eddie. They're at an abandoned warehouse. There's a single computer set up at a little tiny table. They're hacking into some shit. There's some other guys there that are like, you gotta get us the blueprints. It's very generic kind of stuff.
Let's see if I can add the effect.
These guys, eventually they get into the computer. The goons, they pay up the other half of the money that they owe them.
So this is what you guys do? Just hack into stuff?
Mm-hmm. Eventually we see this black gloved hand slide this door open.
Kron, what's his buddy's name?
His buddy is Eddie. It's Mike and Eddie.
Eddie's my favorite.
Eddie's pretty cool dude.
You like his vocabulary, right?
He's just like from Kentucky or something. I don't know. It just doesn't fit in at all with.
This black glove guy, he says, I've been wanting to meet the two hackers that have been getting into my system for the past 3 months.
Put a little bit more not quite Australian twang on it.
G'day.
Why are all these people just wanting to hack them?
I don't know. Apparently they only hack this one guy and steal his blueprints every single day. I have no clue.
There's so much other shit out there, like the FBI.
Mike yells out, Eddie, hit it. They throw all their money into the air, which, stupid, dumb thing to do. And they instantly run out of the building.
Do you think in the script it called for like, oh, they're within a crowd of people?
That would have made more sense.
Yeah.
You think this had a script?
I'm sorry. With a credited writer, I just assumed.
Yeah, don't discount the hard work of Rebecca Crow or
yeah.
whatever her name was. Mike and Eddie, they get outside, but they decide they got to split up. Now, Eddie, he's able to run up a hill, which I guess is too much work for the goon that's chasing him, because this guy gives up instantly. He's like, he's gone. He's so fast. Mike, however, is being chased by a faster goon. Mike runs up to this old couple on a park bench. He kind of darts around for a second. Then we get a shot of the goon running up. The old man looks at him. He kind of motions over that way. Goon takes off. And when you know it, Mike pops up out of a trash can, gives a big old thumbs up to this old couple.
That's his parents, right?
It's gotta be someone that's related to someone on this movie.
I will never forgive this movie for subjecting this old couple to being in this movie.
This is a fun scene, dude.
No.
This is,
hey, we're going to be in this movie. It's about these hackers. And they'll be like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
And
there's
then-
fun chase stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cut to 6 years later when this thing's finally done. And this guy's like on fucking hospice. And he's like, did they finish that film that they were putting together, that feature, And they're like, I don't know if you want to watch it. He's like, that's why I've been hanging on. Riddled with fucking scoliosis and stuff. And please let me watch this. I guarantee you, he didn't get to that fucking CG Twin Towers before he just checked out.
don't worry, kids. He went to heaven because he had Jesus in his heart.
When you die and you were saved, you will be warm in the amber haze.
In his embrace.
All right, guys, we go back over to
If
the
you
main.
die without his love, you'll burn forever. Blame your parents in purgatory.
The parents are in
It'll
purgatory?
hurt.
Or...
No, you're in You'll
okay.
go to purgatory.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry, Jasper.
You'll have I'm Archie, I think.
Oh, that's right. I misunderstood. You could be a third dragon, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, we get back to
Somebody
the soft.
figured out how to copy and paste. This one's slightly smaller to indicate
Different color.
probably
Whoa.
like a nephew or something.
That's not fire, kids. It's holy water.
All right, we get back to the software office. Our main guy says that goddamn programmer, he crossed the line. This game was going to be our breakthrough. The ultimate virtual reality CD-ROM cybersex extravaganza. But that virus, he's created a new level of virtual reality. It's going to cost me millions, maybe billions. The beta CD-ROMs have already been sent out to several sites. Guys, we see him hand a list of beta testers over to the black-gloved man.
You think Rockstar had like a similar conversation with a hitman when like the GTA 6 leaks came out
Yeah,
a year and a half ago or so?
they showed him this movie.
Probably trying to get this guy.
Just do this.
Yeah, this is what we want you to do. Our big boss, he reiterates the discs must be recovered at any cost and no evidence.
GTA 6 is so groundbreaking, you just sit in front of your PlayStation.
You need a
You
control.
don't even have to touch anything. I'll play it.
Yeah, we're all going to play it.
I guess the question will be if it's $90 when it comes out, though.
I'll buy it. I haven't bought a game in forever, dude.
No.
No,
60 is the 60. That's it.
Well, that's what we used to say about 50, dude.
And now we're here at like 200 episodes. Over.
It's not going to be $60. There's no way.
It better be $60 or I'm not playing it.
This is a conversation I guarantee you that they've had every fucking day.
At Rockstar?
Yeah. 100%.
Well, what's the extra $30 for?
No, they're having the $90 conversation because they haven't put fucking jack shit out. That's why.
What they make millions of dollars a day on GTA 5 still.
Why do we
GTA
have a PS5 if we don't have any fucking PS5 games? There's remakes of everything.
I mean, people are still, like Bone said, they're playing GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 still. I mean,
Yeah.
I get they're great games. I get it. But
I don't know if I can speak to this, but I think oftentimes it's a question of what the developers, like if they're not really familiar with the hardware and what they can push. Right? Like if they don't know how to basically build a game to be optimized on the PS5, and then when they've got to bridge them, when they've got to make Spider-Man that still works for PS4 and PS5. But I agree with you. I also feel like when I look through the library of like PS5 specific games, I do feel like this seems a little lacking for what this device apparently is supposed to do. And when I'm in a point in my life where I could buy, like, if this is a fucking beast of a game, I'll spend $100 on it. But I will reward you for spending that amount of money. The bummer is I'm also rewarding you for making your fucking people shit into buckets and work 80 hours a week. Like, that's fucked up. But
that's the American dream, baby.
whoa, my guy can shit in a bucket in GTA 6, dude. This is so cool.
My kid can get a factory job at the
dude.
iPhone factory.
It's a fucking Easter egg by one of the developers. You know, he put that in there as a fucking cry for help.
The hot stool mod.
You want to come in for a bucket of coffee?
Yeah. All right, we cut over to Mike. He's arriving at Steph's job. Bartender's like, she'll be right out. I'll get you a beer. What do you know it, Mike, he sees this hot-ass lady across the bar. And he instantly goes into this Bond-esque fantasy.
Sacrilege.
I knew Bones would love this section of the film, dude.
I don't care about the Bond thing. He had an animated heart. It was like a fucking 1960s cartoon, like a Looney Tunes.
I think when they were looking through that library of the pre-viz stuff on that computer, and they were like, oh, we got a green lady. Oh, we got a green dragon. Oh, we also got this little heart.
You think they wrote the movie around the computer effects?
Yes, I think this movie has some Ed Woodness to it of like, all right, we got these chicks, we've got this bar, we've got this warehouse, we've got this 1975 computer.
Got these two Christian ass dragons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys, this hot lady walks up to Mike. He's in like a white tux now. She says, you can have me any way you want me.
Sometimes
Mike.
James Bond.
Mike chugs his martini, but he forgets there's an olive at the bottom. He fucking hacks it up and spits it across the room into some guy's beer. When do you know it?
Pretty good.
That black glove guy is back. He's in the fantasy. He walks up, pulls a gun on Mike, and says the lady's with me. He says, where do you want it, Mike? The left ball or the right? Well, Mike, he quick draws his own gun, shoots this guy in the dick. He says, I'll take them both for 20 points. Some really bad special digital effects here.
I hope Bones' movie features a fantasy as well. Because we're 2 for 2 right now.
Whoa. Did you tell Dan your selection already, dude?
No, I think he said it. He hoped.
I hope.
Oh, okay. Wouldn't be the first time you guys have colluded on a category.
What category did we collude on?
Puppet's Revenge.
I don't even know what that one was.
To sabotage it.
I don't even fucking know what that was.
To pull us down in the muck and the mire.
Are you talking about the original Pinocchio and the game?
Mm-hmm.
2 non-full moon movies that featured a puppet.
My review for this movie on Letterboxd was The Game Part 2. Can you imagine? Michael Douglas's character got all that and some guy got this.
All right, guys. Mike gets hit in the back of the head.
I only got $200. Will that get me something? Yeah, we'll throw something out. What's his name?
Mike gets hit in the back of the head. He's back in reality now. Steph walks up and she's like, what the hell were you looking at? Fantasizing again? She storms off.
Were you off in La La Land again? He chases her into this like supply room, and there is a very funny single jar of ragu.
Well, that's in case anyone orders the ravioli.
Yes, but it's like
bar.
It's like paper towels and forks and shit, and it's not like it doesn't seem like a pantry, but right in between them, like center of the frame, is just like a ragu jar, like a family hefty size. Like in '98, this thing cost $3.99, and you can tell that they just turned it, to avoid any sort of branding issue. But it's that you cannot mistake that yellow cap on top of that fucking jar.
Do you think they called ragu and they were like, how would you like prominent placement in a feature film?
And they said no after the fact, so they had to digitally remove. Maybe that's where
all
they
right,
lost it.
We're going to turn the jar around then, dude. Mm-hmm. It's your call.
Are you sure?
Balls in your court, ragu.
Let me tell you, Newman Zone is very interested.
Mm-hmm.
Prego can fuck off. Prego fuck itself. That's what I told him. I said I won't ragu.
All right, Mike and Steph are in this little pantry storage area. They start making out. Mike eventually says, hey, sorry, I gotta go. I gotta meet Eddie at our place.
She's got some serious confidence issues, man. Like,
well, her boyfriend's always daydreaming and playing strip poker.
I know, but as soon as he says, like, you're beautiful, I love you, she's like, she just melts right back into him.
Yeah.
It's a bummer,
Why the fuck is he being so honest with her? Nobody wakes up and is like, I had a dream I was fucking Anne Hathaway. You're not going to tell your lady that.
You don't?
No.
Dude, that's cheating.
No.
Yeah.
She bit me in the dream. Big mouth of hers.
I think that Anne Hathaway is a very attractive lady, and my wife calls her horse mouth. So, there's that.
Well, I think both things can be true. Anne Hathaway's pretty. She got a big mouth.
Yeah. And I think Kron just half admitted to saying that horses can be pretty. So.
Uh-huh.
It's weird. It's not a dog, but.
Yeah, because dogs are ugly, dude.
What's a horse but a big dog?
Horse is hot as hell.
What's a horse with square teeth?
Yeah, they do have weird teeth.
They don't make any fucking sense, man.
Exactly. That's why we're anti-horse.
1,000 pounds on these little fucking... It's like the God ran out of ink when he was fucking drawing them, you know? Don't make no sense.
What?
Think about how like big a horse is, right?
Bones is saying their feet are too small.
And then they got these little feet and these little legs that if they break, they're like, oh, we got to shoot it.
I'm more concerned about the God thing. God created horses?
Yeah. I don't know which day. Forgive me. I'm not sure. I don't know that much.
Why the fuck you got to give them shoes too? Like
I don't know.
all these years they were fine without shoes, and then all of a sudden they need shoes.
Of course God made horses.
All right.
I believe it was the fifth day.
When Gabriel came down, he rode his trusty steed.
All right. Mike says I got to meet Eddie at our place. Steph says, if Eddie brings those bimbos by again, you better not be playing strip poker.
To stomp out Lucifer's sin, they needed metal shoes.
We cut over to Mike getting home. He's gotten a...
Christmas song melody am I singing over right now? Christmas tree? That's Oh Christmas Tree.
That's right, kids. Being a blacksmith isn't a bad thing.
Mike's got a strange beta test CD in the mail. What could this be? He pops it into his computer. We get some black and white footage now of the hitman going around and collecting CD-ROMs from beta testers. He's choking them out, killing them and shit.
What movie do you get access to if you complete this game, Kron?
Scream 2.
Scream 3, I think.
I think it's Scream 2.
Did Scream 2 come out in 1998? Oh, let's see.
This is probably the game they were playing in Masterminds. Do you think this is a shared universe?
If you look at our letterboxd, the last film logged was License to Kill. 1997, the year before.
Yeah, well, I mean, Pleasure, it's in beta, dude.
Yeah, but they started this movie before Scream 2.
Mm-hmm.
94.
And came out after, yeah.
This guy's going around killing all the people who got the beta disc. Some might call this thing the ultimate virtual CD-ROM cyber sex extravaganza.
Some may.
Oh, guys, we see Mike. He's booting up his PC. We see a big screen pop up. It says, "Welcome to Pleasure." Mike instantly gets fucking sucked into his computer. Incredible.
Sure.
We see him falling through space. Virtual world.
Looks just like him.
Eventually, Mike lands on the ground and a woman in lingerie comes up to him. She says her name is Vixen. She can give him anything he desires. We get an incredible shot of two purple skeletons. Camera zooms in between them. Adds a half star to the whole experience. Mike walks up to Vixen in bed. She says, "Why don't you join me?" Mike's like, "What? What the hell's going on? Is this the game? This feels so real." This lady says, "Let's get started. Pleasure is whatever you want it to be."
It
Guys,
seems
Mike-
weird that she didn't make him adjust the contrast and brightness level. You know,
Well, why is there
move
no
the dial until you can barely see my nipple.
Yeah, adjust this slider until the black square is no longer visible on your screen.
Hey, let me tell you, I leave it a little bit more visible than they
So
tell
do
you.
I. Game looks too dark.
You're not gonna trick me.
What? So I can't see a zombie coming
Yeah.
at me?
And
Forget
I ain't getting
that.
jump scared.
What fucking psycho's taking it all the way to the other end? Get out of here, Ray Charles.
Let's see. Oh, these two, they start boning down. They have all kinds of sex. There's her on top, him on top, boob caressing, butt fondling, the suggestion that oral is happening.
It's very similar to the Room sex sequence in terms of like how off his hips are in comparison to where one would be necessary for penetration.
Mm-hmm. Well, these movie ladies, they got high vaginas, dude.
I don't know. What's the order that you work the body, Bones?
That I work the body?
Yeah,
Well, that's a loaded question because I might be making out with a lady and I don't know. I don't necessarily just immediately jump to the breasts, but while I'm caressing and making out, you know what? I might find my hands on some legs. I might be testing for, what's the muscle ratio down there? That's an erogenous zone, and then maybe I can work my way up, get close to that ass. Then maybe I'll jump to a tit. So tit number 3. But per the hot dog game, not even an option. Not even an option.
Also, sorry, Bones, you're wrong. The best way to work the body is 2 quick jabs followed by an uppercut.
Thank you, Kron. Please listen to our episode of Dead Formats. It's out now.
Pop, pop, poof.
You uppercut the body?
Yeah,
Well,
you gotta give him a little violence.
Yeah, right in the rib cage, dude. Take the wind out of him.
Really opens everything up.
Yeah, I guess you're saying your jabs are pushing them back a little bit, and then they're still leaned forward.
When you hit them with that uppercut right to the rib, dude, now they're hunched over. That's when you come in with the quick left to the fucking jaw.
Don't gotta listen to that bitch all night.
TKO. All right, guys. Eventually, we hear Eddie scream, "Mike, Mike," and I scream, "Let's go pee."
What?
It's pee break.
We're taking a pee break on a 63-minute movie?
Hey, you keep fucking singing Christian songs and shit, dude.
I'm trying to save your fucking soul.
Jesus peed too.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the 5-Day Rentals podcast. If you're just now joining us, a Christian digital dragon will sing you songs about purifying yourself.
Hey, Kron, in the kind words of the Virgin Mary, shut the fuck up, because it's a hustler minute, baby.
Okay, C-Bones, this is why I took the break, dude. I wanted to see some movies. Got mad at me.
Could have just whipped it out whenever, but
I'm probably going to pronounce her name wrong. I think it's Taja. Tasha Ray.
Spell it.
Taija. Taija?
Taija sounds right. I don't know.
Taija? You said spell it, so I did. Tajaray.
What would you say, Bones?
I would ask if it was like, do you get a sense of the?
Yeah, let's see her. That'll help.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing some possible Eastern Europeanness. So, could it be like a Taya?
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah, a little bit. Statistics 36, 24, 36. She's 5'2". She's 108 pounds. She was born in 1962. Her Hustler layout was August of 1986. While one look at Tajaray reminds you of an angel, it seems that her best parts in movies seem to be playing a bitchy girl. Either way, she's currently hot.
All right.
Seems like they ran out of stuff to say there.
Yeah. Her beauty will fade with time, raves Hustler.
Everything's hot in the fires of sin.
For exclusive one-on-one with other girls, you can call 1-800-775-5885. That is still an active number, as we know. And of course, there's always the back of the card to look at, boys.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Downward dog.
Yeah. All the right angles on that one. That's what we like to see. She needs to stick those hands up on those butt cheeks and start talking to us with them.
That's kind of the shape of the Masons, right? Of the Mason symbol.
Yeah. The big A.
Yeah.
Or the big G for God. Just throw a G under there and hell yeah.
Maybe that's what they're trying to recreate.
There's some got some eyes wide shut there. Some symbolism.
All right, guys, when we left Game of Pleasure, Mike had just gotten snapped out of his first experience in the game. Mike gets up and he's like, holy shit, this is it, Eddie. This is the ultimate virtual cyber sex experience. But Eddie's not interested in that, guys. He's brought a couple girls with him.
Fuck that, Clark. No, it's not.
He says, come on, man. Put the game away. Come upstairs. Play poker. Turn the game off. These girls are real.
Yeah, they are.
Eventually, Mike does head up to play poker. But guys, on the street below, our main bad guy, he gets out of his car and gets shot by another bad guy.
That other bad guy is the one that's been killing everybody.
Wait, what?
You for real right now? So
I mean, I couldn't figure out if it was supposed to be one black glove guy or if there were two.
Let's instead of saying black glove, let's say trench coat and long hair.
Okay.
Long hair was after our hero because he was getting hacked by him. Black trench coat and shotgun is the hired hitman from the game company. So he's the one that has actually been murdering everybody else. So he's just cleaning house, getting all the discs.
How many times did you watch this?
One.
Why kill this guy, though? Why kill another guy who's trying to kill the guy you're trying to kill?
Because if that guy kills your target, then maybe you wouldn't be able to locate the disc.
That's fair. God, you really connected with this movie, huh?
Despite my desires.
All right, guys. Eventually, Mike
You
heads
guys
up to
legit
play
didn't
poker.
realize that? You just thought it was like another random
I couldn't figure out
Okay.
if it was supposed to be too. I mean, once you get into pleasure, who knows what's real anymore, dude?
Yeah. But
Back up.
like when you live the bit of, wait, what the hell? Back it up, dude. Like that was a legit like blank stare from both of you. Like, okay, you're really selling it.
I mean, I couldn't figure out if the long-haired guy was also the hitman. I mean, I think it is a bit of we have two bad guys with black gloves and similar MOs.
I genuinely think that was them trying to fool you. So it's supposed to be shocking that, like, oh shit, it's not just this goofy fucking Dave Mustaine looking dude.
Mm-hmm. Well, hell, I guess they got me, dude. Checkmate, game of pleasure. We get up to the poker game.
How many times did you guys watch this?
Twice.
Dan?
Twice.
Wow.
Eddie is pouring very small amounts of alcohol into glasses from what appears to be a beer bottle.
Only in his dreams can he allow his cup to runneth over. In the real world, you got to be responsible with these poker babes.
Liquor's expensive. Eventually, everyone agrees that they should raise the stakes a little bit. Maybe a little strip poker. We get some undressing montages. Kind of sexy when the ladies are taking off their clothes, but they make sure to include a shot of Eddie taking off his boat shoes. Gotta imagine that stank up the room a little bit.
No socks, huh?
Sweating in those bad boys all day.
That's not a smart play when it comes to the strip poker.
Any of you guys ever played strip poker?
Just with you two?
Seriously.
I never have, no.
We did.
You and Bones?
Nah. We did it when I lived in Germany.
Were there any ladies?
Oh, yeah. It was a good time. It was memorable.
Did you go put on like 8 pairs of pants and 6 sweaters?
Honestly, I think one of the other guys was kind of just making some shit up. So it probably wasn't a fair game. I'll say that.
Whoa, you got all hearts? Well, I've got 3-9, Queen Ace, too.
I think the ladies that were there were for the game. We'll say that. They knew what they were doing.
All right, guys, we keep rolling along. One of these chicks starts giving Eddie a little over the boxer's hand job.
She's grabbing that thing.
This is when we start getting a bunch of intercut sex scenes happening. Mike with one chick, Eddie with the other. These couples, they're just sucking and fucking away all night long. This is all they're doing.
This is 10% of the movie's runtime.
It's pretty long.
Is that bad?
It's what I asked for.
You're going to be severely let down next week.
God damn it.
We get a few shots of Eddie. Now, these are interesting shots. They're in the bed. There's a big giant mirror in front of them. And as the camera pans back, you can see Eddie's entire ball sack on display.
I was kind of surprised, honestly.
It's a shocking thing to see.
I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, this is made on that level. Like, whoa. This is really homemade.
Now, in the behind the scenes, he does have a sock over his junk.
I mean, at one point I was like, is he really like inside?
I don't think he was. I think she's got it up against her belly, but I think the sock has slipped off of his scrotum. And those balls are just hanging out there.
Are you supposed?
They are.
Are you supposed to tuck the sock over the scrotum too?
I thought they used tape.
I've been doing it wrong.
I mean, I think if you're blocking an actual sex scene, the balls should not be visible one way or the other.
No, I think it's like a little like thong type of pouch that goes over everything.
Oh, this guy's just got a sock on.
Yeah, it's fucking anti-union shoot, man.
Those are, like I said, freshly shaved.
Oh, that's why the one dude didn't have socks on underneath his
Yep.
wardrobe. Panicked at the last minute.
Yeah, the elastic's running a little thin on these, so I might pop out.
How embarrassing for me if I got to shoot a sex scene and my cock sock has 5 little
Yeah, well, but
toe holders on the end of my.
4 of them are just going to be empty and dangling.
They're all empty. None of them can contain.
Well, your wiener's in the big toe.
I wish. Wish my big toe was that big.
The dumbest podcast ever.
This is a pretty good episode so far.
All right, we cut it.
But I mean,
you choose to wear those socks.
they're fucking awesome. They're comfortable. Game changer.
I don't know.
Have
They're
you
not
tried
that
them?
much. They're no different
Have
from
you
any
tried
other
it?
sock.
How
What do
can
I
they
need my
not
toe-
want to sponsor us?
What do I need my toes separated for?
It's not just separation. It's full dexterity, man.
What do I need? What am I picking shit up off the floor
Okay.
with my feet?
You could
Is that what you're doing?
if I need to.
What are you gaining?
An extra set of hands, dude. Getting back to my fucking primate roots, dude. I'm connecting with Mother Gaia. That toast clay.
All right, guys, we cut over to later that night.
What's that brand called, Bones?
In Gingy.
Eddie gets up and heads over to the fridge. He pulls out a gallon of milk and just starts chugging it. As he does so, he looks over, and guys, one of these chicks has come out, and she's got a gun on him. Mike gets up. He's like, "Wow, I'm in bed alone?" But what do you know, with that dead goon with the long hair, he's in Mike's room. He jumps on him and he says, "It's not over yet. Did you miss me?"
Mike is like a horrible sleeper. Like his positions in the bed are like, how's that even comfortable, dude?
That's why he's tossing and turning so much.
Mm-hmm.
You got a topless lady next to you. Like, what are you doing, dude? Fantasizing about some chick that got killed by a drunk driver?
Mike wakes up again. All that
So we know
stuff
she
with
died in a car accident.
Mhm. Mike wakes up again. That whole goon thing, that was just a dream. He sees a bunch of light and smoke coming from under his door. He gets up to investigate. And guys, we pull out and we see Mike sitting in front of a computer and lightning's coming out of his eyes. What's going on? He's back in pleasure now. Vixen says, "I was getting a little bored without you." Mike's all, "What? This has been the game the whole time? You've been playing me like some kind of puppet?" Now, I secretly picked this movie so Dan couldn't pick it on the next puppet category.
Did you utilize Chat GPT to like search bad movie, lot of titty, puppet like in dialogue?
No, this is all just a gift from God, dude.
Welcome.
Exactly.
Kron, is the next category really puppets?
My next category?
Mm-hmm.
Only time will tell, Dan.
Fuck. You better make it good. There's some pressure on you. You better make it good.
You better make it good. You control how
I'm
good the
not
puppet
picking it.
categories are.
Okay, they've been great so far. Last one was great.
Last one sucked. We got a kids movie and a non-puppet movie. And Pin, which ruled.
Yeah.
All right, so he's out of the game.
Who, Pin? Yeah, dude, he already killed Terry O'Quinn.
You can't even name Terry O'Quinn's character in Pin.
Doctor. Pediatrician.
Dr. Dad.
Yeah.
Dr. Pediatrician.
All right, Vixen says, pretty soon, I'm all you're ever gonna need. I'm all you're ever gonna want. What else matters? Well, guys, now Steph is in the game. She says, don't I matter, Mike? Open your eyes, believe in what's real. Stop believing in fantasies. Steph says, listen, this lady, she's trapping your mind. She's killing you. You don't even realize it. You got to snap out of it. Guys, Vixen turns into Demon Vixen. You got a big devil face and horns and shit.
It's pretty sweet.
She eventually attacks Steph and licks her with a big weird tongue that leaves like a little green smear across her face.
Is that just the Damien mask?
From Black Roses?
Yeah.
I wish.
Say the Omen.
Damien.
You think she painted the town red?
No, but she painted that face green.
Mm-hmm. With her little weird tongue. Those are the mechanical effects provided by Stephanie Megaphone.
How'd they make that tongue? Did they just dip a sock in ketchup?
Yeah, they peeled it off that guy's dick.
Bake it for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Left it in the sun for a day.
2 fingers inside and then
Mm-hmm.
whoop.
So when you watch these special features, it showed dude with a sock on his cock?
At certain points, sometimes he doesn't have the sock on. Because you see his dick in the behind the scenes stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
What are we looking at? Like 6?
I mean, he's semi-hard, I would say.
So he's kind of just pointing straight forward?
No, I mean, it's like down, but it's... It's not what I was focusing on when I watched it.
Okay.
I mean, you're asking about it.
I'm asking, yes.
He had a chubby going. He was probably fluffing a lot, right?
Give me a degree here. Like, are we looking at 90 or?
It's like, okay, if here's the balls, just kind of like that.
All right. So yeah, he's feeling it.
It's still waggling a little, but it's.
Yeah, we need to put this on YouTube.
He's trying to think about baseball. Let's say that much.
All right.
So it's like a step above summer dick, but not quite insertable.
Yeah.
Insertable.
Mm.
It's like this might happen, but I don't know. It might not happen.
Yeah, like if it does, I want to be ready. Like if she says, let's go.
But I can
All right.
tuck it away.
But I'm still being professional.
I'm still reading my lane here. Like, we're okay.
Mhm.
All right.
You're attractive, but I don't want to be inappropriate.
Yeah, I've never worked on a real movie like this, so I don't know. Are you method? Am I method? I don't,
Are we going full Daniel Day-Lewis here? I don't know.
All right, Mike gets up. But Vixen says in Eden, nothing is real, not even her. She points at Steph. Vixen starts kissing Michael, and Michael's like, God damn it, she's too strong. Steph says, please, Michael, I love you. Mike pushes Vixen away, says you're nothing but a fantasy, and what I want is real. Tells Stephanie, I never want to hurt you again. I love you. Demon Vixen is back, and she's like, no, there shall be no love in Eden. Guys, she explodes into a bunch of digital fragments, and Mike and Steph have to shield themselves. All right, guys, we're back in reality.
Shit.
Question mark? Mike walks out and finds Eddie.
Whoop, there goes
Eddie.
gravity.
Eddie's being held at gunpoint. Says, hey man, these chicks really want that CD. Mike goes over and grabs the disc. He hands it over. Says, what do you want with this? The blonde one says it's a computer virus. Sinners recalling all the discs. Mike says at gunpoint. And the brunette one, she says, by any means necessary. And then she calls them lovers. And Eddie's like, hey, fuck you, bitch. He's really offended. Mike says, okay, now what? The blonde one says, sorry, guys. They said no evidence. Mike says, you're going to kill us over a game?
A disc?
Brunette says, fuck this. And she shoots Eddie right in the fucking head. Mike, he's all shook up. He says, no, it's just a game, right? This is still the game. Brunette says, no. Mike's all, what the fuck? The blonde says, it's the game. The game is the ultimate virtual reality CD-ROM cybersex extravaganza. But a programmer put a virus in it. Mike says, what's so good about the game that it's worth dying over?
How hard did you get when it said CD-ROM sexual extravaganza?
Me?
Yeah.
I've played Leisure Suit Larry. I've been here, dude.
What what angle are we talking about?
When I'm playing Leisure Suit Larry?
Yeah.
This is resting against my stomach, dude.
What are you playing on your Game Boy, flat on your back?
Midnight?
I'm setting up in a chair on my Windows 95 computer.
Are you hunched over like you just got an uppercut to the ribs?
Yeah. Let's see. All right, they shot Eddie in the head. They're explaining to him that the game, it's so good that if you die in the game, you die in real life. This brunette, she points her gun at Mike.
It's like a dream.
And guys, we snap out of it. Eddie walks up to Mike, who's seated at a computer. Eddie says, hey man, what the fuck? I've been calling you for a long time now. I walk into your room, you're just sitting in front of your computer like a dipshit. Mike says, man.
Other words.
Yeah, he does use another word, but I'm not going to say that here. Mike says, hey man, you got to check this game out, but at your own risk. Like, this thing is crazy.
The only R word okay to use is rapture.
Thanks, Jasper.
The friendly Christian dragon?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is Jasper like is he a spinoff of Archie?
I mean, having a Christian dragon seems somewhat sacrilegious in and of itself.
Well, you know, like they like to pull other things. They like to appropriate.
You pull what works for you.
Get the kids in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know I can't eat shrimp, but that's not what it really meant.
Mike says, hey, man, you got to check this game out. I was just playing it. You got killed. There were all these hot chicks. They were trying to bang me. Eddie says, come on, man. I got some real chicks here that want to play poker. They aren't even virtual. Come on, get yourself cleaned up. Mike looks down at the pleasure disc in his hand and he's like, what? It's not over. The game is still going. We cut to a shot outside Mike's house. And guys, we just see the computer flashing black and white over and over and over. Roll the end credits. Guys, the end credits last about 4 minutes and 1 second. That's Game of Pleasure, directed by Dale E. France, his only film. Dan, hit me with that research.
Kron, for the first time in 5-Day Rentals history, I don't even have a release date for this, let alone any trivia or anything. So, you telling us that he had a sock on his cock is more trivia than I could find. So
you got your wish finally. Kron did some research.
I didn't have to do anything this week. So
Yeah, I finally did that research you've been asking for, dude.
So you need to get on IMDb and type that in there. You could be the first.
Okay.
And that's all I got for
2 people found this helpful.
Rate my box. 1998.
Kron, what was your calculated?
Calculated rating on this is a 2.81 based on 188 logs on Letterboxd.
All right. Dan, you and I both locked Kron in at a 2.0. Dan, I'm going to give you 1.5.
Bones, I'm going to 1.0.
Bones, I'm going to give you a 1.0. Dan, I'm going to give you a 2.0.
All right.
Oh. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. All right. Game of Pleasure, 1998, directed by Dale France. Virtual insanity. Not the worst. I think there's some fun stuff here. I kind of enjoy like when he hides in the trash can and gives like the thumbs up. I kind of like when he sees the pretty lady, the heart comes out. This is kind of in the same field as, I mean, it feels like Mega Ape, but it's kind of in that same field of Showgirls 2. Like, maybe not as passionate as Showgirls 2, but definitely, I think 2 buds that were like, we want to make a movie, and in that movie, we're going to see as much boobage as we can. And, oh, by the way, like, check out this cool dragon on the computer, and we could totally use these. So I have a little bit of respect for it. That's probably a strong word to use. I didn't mind. I know Kron kind of warned us that this you would definitely feel the 63 minutes or whatever it is, but I didn't mind it too much. Like I said, I think there's some fun bits here. It's a 2.0 just for the determination to make it, I guess. Maybe it's a 1.5, but I don't know. I feel like I should give them a little bit extra just for getting it done.
This is a bad movie. The range of points exists for a reason. This should be a 0.5. I will give it another 0.5 because I do think you could get some humor out of this if you sat around with your friends and you're both comfortable potentially getting a chubby. Maybe you want to throw this on with your wife, laugh, get it on, and then you realize that the fucking credits are still going and you don't know if the dizziness that you're feeling is the lack of fluid or how out of focus half the movie is. I would say if you really wanted to have a good time in the realm of virtual reality and really ahead of their time video games, watch Brain Scan, and then if you really wanted to get a boner, watch an actual fucking porno movie or Blue is the Warmest Color or something that's like tasteful and horny, because this isn't tasteful, and I realize that that's the category. So for that, this is a 1.0.
All right, guys, game of pleasure. I mean, whatever you rated this movie, I think we do have to agree, definitely doubled the ass and it cut the runtime. It fits this category like a glove. I mean, I'm glad I was able to find something that's so perfectly slotted in. I do think it's not, I mean, it's rough around the edges for sure. It's an amateur film, right? Like, it's difficult to compare this to something a studio made on any same footing because it can't compete with any of that stuff. I was genuinely entertained while watching this movie. It is 63 minutes. The plot is kind of non-existent, but this feels like the kind of movie like two 13-year-old boys would dream up, right? Like, we're going to have cool computer effects and there's going to be boobs everywhere for the entire runtime. It just feels so purely stupid in a way that I have some respect for what they did. It's ridiculous. It's just an excuse to put boobs on screen, right? That's the entire reason they made this thing. Probably trying to cash in, like get this some play on the amount of nudity that's in the film. But I don't know, like I did not hate watching this movie. The digital stuff, I really get a kick out of it. Like, it's fun seeing bad 90s special effects. We all had like a Windows 95 dial-up computer at some point that you could maybe make like a very rough animation, and the fact that these guys were including that in their movie, I don't know, it's like nostalgic and fun, and it is 63 minutes, so I don't get too bogged down in it. I think I personally enjoyed this like as much as I enjoyed Double Threat, so I'm giving it the same rating that I gave that, 2.5 on Game of Pleasure.
There we have it.
Guys, Game of Pleasure would have an average score from the three of us of 1.83. This bad boy would end up at number 153 on the big list. This would currently be right below Humanoids from the Deep and right above Blacktop.
Would genuinely watch Blacktop again before watching this.
You each got a 0.5 in Rate My Letterboxd.
Yes, sir. My intent, in the spirit of this movie only being 62 or 63 minutes with, I want to say, 8.5 minutes of credits? In the spirit of how fast that was, I don't want to do an after showers. I'm going to tell you that next week, I knew I could not outdo Kron in the nudity level. But Dan, I still wanted to make you happy and meet both qualifications because I'm a good student. I got you a 77-minute movie. It's a Bones movie, 100%. That's where I started. I'm going to tell you, you're going to get some nudity in this bad boy, and you're going to get some creative nudity. You will be tantalized in a very fun way.
Well, you got ball sacks in this thing, dude? I mean...
No ball sack. You'll get there, okay? I promise you. You're going to go, not only is this a Bones movie, but it's a boner movie. It's a boner jam. All right? This thing's a blast. And that may be a pun on the name because we're going to 1981. We're watching Firecracker. And Kron, I'm not leaving you out. We got some motherfucking revenge.
Whoa.
1981. Directed by Cirio H. Santiago. Tagline here. She'll blow you away. Femme fatale martial arts expert teaches the mafia a lesson. In the deep heat of the Philippines, baby.
You know, we love the Philippines.
Yep. That's it. Come back next week.
Hell yeah. Is this available anywhere?
Oh, yeah. It's Tubi.
All right.
Amazon.
Hell yeah.
Getting shit ton of Ozempic and sports betting commercials.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm already hooked on one of those, dude.
Mm-hmm.
The listeners can guess which one.
He says barely able to stand on his skinny ass horse legs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how do we end this thing? Do we cut outside and there's a guy in a black trench coat walking up?
Yeah, I think we just say crash and burn.
Oh, that's right. Crash and burn.
The ultimate virtual reality CD-ROM cybersex extravaganza. Crash and burn.
There's no money in hacking anymore.